Mr. Bridger Pennington. Bridger is going to talk to us all about word of mouth marketing and high ticket sales. Now, Bridger is the founder of Fund Launch, and Bridger has helped launch over 300 investment funds in the last 3 years, with over 4.7 billion with a B in assets under management. Bridger.
Good to see everybody. I know some familiar faces. Today, all of you, I'm assuming, are pretty darn successful. I know a bunch of you that already run businesses, so I'm gonna go tactics. Does that sound good? Go a little higher level. I'm not gonna try to motivate anybody here. We're gonna just get into stuff that works right now. Sound good? All right, today, I'm on a quick timeline, so I'm gonna talk about high ticket sales. And we're gonna talk about two buckets, how we do this at least, with paid and organic. Who sells something expensive here? Expensive? I guess that's what is expensive? It depends on who you're selling it to. So just in context of today, products that we sell are generally $25,000 to $50,000. Our middle tier products about $7,500. We're introducing new products right now that are a few $100s. So that's the kind of context that I'm going to talk about of how we sell products that are $30,000 per ticket. Sound cool? But again, high ticket can be high ticket to anybody. So we're going to talk about how we do this. We spend about $120,000 a month. Sometimes we'll jump. That's the ad strategy we're going to talk about here in a minute. Let's first go on paid, and then we're going to go organic. Sound good? Anybody running paid ads currently? Hold on. How many people are running paid ads? How many people are not running paid ads? Okay, interesting. This might be interesting for you to start doing paid ads. This is an interesting strategy that you probably know about. You can see layered strategy. So we do paid strategy for leads. Again, selling high ticket things. What we found, the average person touches our content 7 to about 15 times before they buy at minimum. So we pay for Hyros and a bunch of other tracking softwares that can track everything. We found people before they bought something, they watched a YouTube video, listened to a podcast, read our blog. We had no idea, we just built a blog years ago. We haven't touched it, and people consume the blog. We didn't realize it was a big part of the buying cycle. Was people reading our blog that we had put up years ago. We were like, oh, we should probably double down on that. We should probably keep doing that. Does that make sense? It's really interesting to see this. And then they would hop on a call with the sales rep, and then they would close. Oh man, I just had a 2-call close. It's amazing. And then we look at this person has been a lead of ours for 9 months. And they've been watching us for 9 months until they then spent $30,000 with us. Does that make sense? So this is a much bigger picture. So something we found that was useful with ads was doing a layered approach. Most people just publish ads. We do the same thing, we just publish ads. What we found was we could do ads that did different things at different periods on how we retarget. I'll go through this briefly and then we'll move on. You know what sucks? Is trying to raise capital on your own. If you're in the world of property buying, scaling a hedge fund, buying businesses, raising capital can be extremely difficult. It's hard to find the investors. It's hard to do the compliance. It's hard to make sure the legal docs are done the right way. Well, lucky for you, we've helped systemize this entire process through the fund launch formula. We've now helped hundreds of people around the globe go out and launch their funds and stop sucking at going out and doing this. So if you're interested in building your own fund, we've built a free training down below for you to walk through this entire process of how funds are built and put together. If you're interested, click on the link below and I will see you inside. So that's just any kind of prospecting ad would teach you about what we're doing. Layer 2 ad is more of, you've already seen a layer 1 ad. So we're retargeting only people that have watched 50% of layer 1 ads, now would see a layer 2 ad. Does this make sense? If you haven't watched 50% of a layer 1, we're just going to keep you in that layer 1 bucket. Once you've watched 50% or more of a layer 1 ad, you then graduate to a layer 2 ad. You can do all this targeting inside of Meta and YouTube. Is this making sense? Yeah, can I get a yes? Yeah. All right, so layer 2. This is more direct to an action. It's a direct to book a call. It's much more direct. It's like, hey, get on a call, okay? I bet you're waiting for that box to hit me. Well, I'm waiting for you to get your crap together to go launch your own investment fund, to buy more properties, buy more businesses, go out and actually scale. So click link down below to watch a full training on how to build and launch your very own investment fund. So this ad is a layer 3. They've watched those first 2 layers. This is they've already booked a call. This is only for people that have booked calls. If you're seeing this ad, this means you booked a call with one of my fund advisors to discuss launching your very own fund. Now, I wanted to show you this shoe wall before you hop on that call. This wall represents any client who's done over $10 million in their fund through Fund Launch. To date, we have $4.7 billion reported back to us from client AUM that have gone through the Fund Launch process. So we want to sit down, we want to see if the 4-step fund launch formula would work for you and your business. We've done it with hundreds of other clients, and we want to see if it works with you. So with that, get ready for your call. Make sure you've confirmed that appointment, and I will see you on that call. You get these buckets smaller and smaller, and your retargeting for this is pennies. It doesn't cost that much to do that. You can target your 1,000 hot leads. You can send them 10 ads a day for $50, to all of them. Because you just have a very small bucket, and you just keep pinging them. And so leads tell us all the time, like, man, Bridger, I just see you all the time on social media. I couldn't get away from you. And it's because they came through this thing, and we ping them with different styles of content. This was the testimonial style. We hit them with what we call a Super Bowl ad style, which is much more like bigger picture ad. We hit them with a funny ad. We hit them from all these angles while they're in our ecosystem to, again, get more touch points with our brand to then get them on a call to then help our closers close better. Does this make sense? Yeah? Useful at all?
Yeah.
All right. And I share this because we kept selling high ticket, and our close rates were, to be frank, pretty bad. It's a long sale. Our average sales cycle was 60 days, 2 months. It's a big follow-up game. They're working with people, and they're coming back because someone's deciding to spend 30 to 50 grand with us, right? Which makes sense. And then what we found was, okay, we were just like, man, our sales team sucks. Let's train them more, is what we kept thinking. And then we started to notice all the ancillary things around the sale. Our content, our SEO mattered, the ads they saw. It was this holistic approach. I was with Dean Graziosi just a few months ago in a private mastermind. It was us and Tony Robbins. It was like the size of this room. It was actually pretty cool. And he mentioned this whole idea of omnipresence. I'll share a quick story actually from Dean. He mentioned years ago they did in-person events. And they would do, this is like almost pre-social media. So they would do TV, they would do mailer campaigns, radio in a certain city to get people to show up. You guys follow along? Yeah. And he goes, what we found was the mail campaign, like literally sending out mailers, was like the worst ROI. And so as a marketing team, we sat down and we let's cut mail. Like, this is dumb. And they were doing cities, like every 3 weeks, they were moving to a new city, doing these real estate conferences. And he goes, what we found was everything kind of went down. And we couldn't figure out why. We were optimizing on radio was doing well for us. These other modes were doing well, but they realized when they cut out mailers, everything dropped. And so then they went back to the drawing board and said, as a holistic approach, mailers by themselves did not convert anybody. It was very low. But when they were added into the mix, everything else's conversions bumped up a couple, if it was a 1.2x return, everything else went to a 1.4, 1.5. When mailers were introduced, even though mailers directly were a 0.67 or something return on ad spend, so a negative. Is this making sense? Yeah. He calls it this omnipresent approach to marketing. Actually, and this is crazy. They said their last 10 events they've done with Tony Robbins, you guys seen those big ones, Matthew McConaughey, whatever, 1 million people plus in a row on Zoom. And he goes, we always take this omnipresent approach, and actually from their team, they do layered ad strategy. That's exactly how they do it, what I just shared with you. Isn't that kind of cool? Can I get a yes? All right, now I want to talk about high ticket sales in regards to organic. Again, back to our mistakes. We were like, I should have done this more, but we started to Google ourselves, which I'm sure people do that. We just hadn't done that for a long time. This is something I did not know about 6 months ago. On here, this is Fund Launch. See this beautiful banner you see? That did not exist 2 months ago. It was just Fund Launch like normal, and it would just pull up this. This thing is called a knowledge panel. I had no clue what these were. This did not exist 2 months ago. If you Google Russell Brunson, for example, this pops up. It's beautiful. It's like, wow, that would be really cool to have. So what I found was, see these big 3 buttons right here? Somebody taught me this. You can go claim a knowledge panel. So right here, this is what you do. You click on those 3 buttons. You hit claim this knowledge panel. All of you should do this for your business and brands today. Now, if you're brand new, it might not pop up. You might have to have a little more online presence for it to pop up. But once it pops up, go and claim it. I had to upload my ID to prove that I'm Bridger. Now, I don't control what pops up. I can't. I can just give suggestions. Google ultimately controls what things pull up. But now it's there. When people look us up, it's a little more credibility. Because again, we're selling high-ticket things. I'm getting investors. People are always looking us up, seeing what's going on from other people's perspectives. Other things we hadn't done for a long time. Google reviews. We finally built a review thing so people can put third-party reviews on. And then we actually went on Reddit. I had no idea. 2.2 billion views per month on Reddit. Many people, before they buy your thing, go look you up on Reddit to see what other people have said about you. And we were like, huh, Well, let's control the narrative if we can. We built our own thread on Reddit that was like, hey, what's it like working with FunLaunch/Bridger, ? And one of my guys on my team put that up. And then a couple of us responded, and then we just said, hey, let's see what people add here. Hopefully we have a good brand here. Something else we did for reviews to engage, because right when we launched it, we wanted to get a bunch of good reviews. You could go ask your audience for reviews, right? Hey, review my thing. No one likes to do that, generally speaking, in my opinion. You could, $100 gift card if you review. Still, for our clientele, they're like, I'm already a multimillionaire. I don't need a $100 gift card. What we found works really well for at least our clientele. We said, if you review and name one of my employees in it, the person who gets named the most, we're going to send them like an overnight stay up to Snowbird with like a spa and everything for them and their spouse. So if you worked with someone on my team that you loved, put a review on Reddit for us and then name them by name, and we'll put a mark for them and we'll send them overnight. What we found was people that are wealthy, like in our category, they love doing that. They're much more engaged to tip and help the people around them. You guys know what I'm talking about? This got us tons of reviews on Reddit and on Google like overnight. And now we have, when people look us up, oh man, I looked up your stuff on Reddit, like you guys seem like you're pretty legit, because we had 30 clients go and talk about us. A couple more things I wanted to share. Briefly, all of you should pay to be verified. This is an easy thing. Everyone should pay to be verified. I'm going to go through this fast. We finally built a nice landing page I'm the kind of the face of our brand, but for us, this used to cost tons of money years ago. Today, it's not that expensive to build a page like this. Talking a few $100s, it builds your brand and your company's brand like crazy. This is not your landing page for ads. This is for SEO. This is for someone to look you up. We would not send ads here because it wouldn't convert. But this is a hub where people can sit and land.